Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason, aka J-Bone of the Ramblin' About Wrestling podcast. Here to do a video touching on the subject of Rey Mysterio being done with the WWE and going back home to his place where he started, AAA, down in Mexico. And also, very soon, within the next, I'm assuming, few months, is going to show up on Lucha Underground, one of my favorite shows right now. Rey Mysterio has been gone from TV for so long. I actually had to go back, and I don't use Wikipedia much, but when I, when I do a video like this, I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, he's gone and now he's doing this and that's it, goodbye. No, I just want to touch on some of the stuff. And you know what? I didn't even realize how old he was. I'm on his Wikipedia page right now. Rey Mysterio Jr. And the guy's my age. The guy is my age. He's 40 years old. And man, I did not realize he was that old. And that's, and that's not saying he's, 40 years old is not old. I sometimes joke that I'm old, but I know I'm not that old. Sometimes I just feel old because of, my COPD and stuff. But when you're talking about guys' age in the world of wrestling, 40 is not young for wrestling. There's not too many guys that are that age and doing it well still. So yeah, he started, and I didn't even realize this. So he started out in AAA. Well, his first match was, early career. He debuted in Mexico and he was 14, and he was trained by his uncle, the Lucha Libre style. 1989, and he joined the AAA down in Mexico from 92 to 95. That makes me feel really old, because that was 92. That's when I graduated from high school, for crying out loud, and that's when he was just starting his career. Holy cow, crazy. 92, 95 down in Mexico. And he was with ECW 95 to 96, so not too long. Wrestled guys like Psychosis, and I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that match. It's been a while, but I think I've seen that one. And says he also had a series of matches with Juventud Guerrera in the first half of 96. That had to be incredible. And then joined WCW. And, one of the reasons, like I've said in talking about matches about, Lucha Underground, seeing this style of wrestling from these guys, seeing Pentagon Jr., Phoenix, guys like that, just incredible lucha style wrestling. And it made me fall in love with that style of wrestling that I had seen so many years ago in WCW. That is one thing that they did well back then, better than anyone, in my opinion, was featuring the lucha style wrestling. They brought in guys like Psychosis, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, stuff like that. Juventud, even, Chris Jericho, great stuff. Billy Kidman, and he was with them till see. Oh, 2001. He was with them till the end. Um, looks like. And then he went back to Mexico and did the independent circuit from 2001 to 2002, obviously writing out his contract with uh, WCW, like many other guys did, like Goldberg and whatever. Uh, but it says here that when he went, between his time in WCW and WWE, he did matches in Mexico before returning to the United States. He worked in the XWF, IWA Mid-South, and HWA with the likes of Eddie Guerrero and CM Punk. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that old match with him and CM Punk. And then, of course, after that, he signed with the WWE and, jumped into the Cruiserweight division. And, he's done everything in the WWE, even World Heavyweight Champ, which I wasn't wild about when he became that, because I was like, okay, he's a great wrestler, but I didn't think he was the guy to hold that belt. If you're going to be a heavyweight, you should be in the division, of heavyweights. But, no, I'm not knocking Rey. They put the belt on him, a couple times, and it is what it is. But yeah, some of my favorite stuff that he did in the WWE is with CM Punk and with Eddie Guerrero. And, he's been gone a lot the last couple years. He's had a crazy amount of surgeries. I don't know if it says anywhere on here, like how many he's had. I know he's had several. It probably says something in here about total injuries, but injuries here and there. But yeah, and it's one of those things where I know fans got, I guess for lack of better words, bitter. He'd come back, get injured, come back, get injured, and go away for a significant amount of time. And I've myself, I'm guilty of that, of saying stuff like, "Oh, he should just retire and go away," But when you're a guy like Rey Mysterio, if you look at it from his point of view, it's like, what else? What else do you have? You're a wrestler, and that's all you got. Um, I don't think it's right what they did with him, WWE, as far as extending his contract just so they could license his name some more and get as much money out of him as possible. I think that's kind of raw. So obviously that had to be frustrating for him. He's in the process of getting better, and the company's still making money off of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But so yeah, but he's happy now. Last Tuesday, I think that's what it says here. March 3rd, Tuesday. It was a press conference. I saw the pictures. He's happy. He was taking pictures with the original Sin Cara, who is now called Miss Mistezis. I'm not sure. I'm probably screwing up the pronunciation horribly, but nonetheless, it's the original Sin Cara. And Alberto El Patron was there too, along with head people from AAA. Mexico, and announced his return, at a big press conference, and saying that he's going to be tag teaming with Sin Cara at the next pay-per-view, which is I don't know. It's in I think it's next weekend, next Sunday or whatever. Um, Next weekend sometime. And I know they show a lot of their stuff on YouTube, on their YouTube channel. And yeah, I actually would like to see that. Um, and I know eventually he's going to show up in Lucha Underground. I know he's going to. He's got to. Um, and it'll be good to see him back. I hope he stays healthy. Um, I hope he, he's done what he's needed to do to get healthy, stay healthy, whatnot. Uh, who would I like to see him wrestle against? I would like to see him, probably El Patron. Um, Guys like, let's see, if you go to the, El Rey page, go look at the Lucha Underground roster, and, any one of those guys on there. Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., even one of the big guys like Mil Muertes, anyone from that show, something new, something fresh to see him in a feud, and or some of the guys from the crew, um, I, I hope he stays healthy. The guys my age, I've got a feeling that he's with the amount of injuries he's had, he's on borrowed time right now as far as his career. He's probably in a position now to where he's kind of like Kurt Angle, and whatever he's doing now, this contract he's under now with AAA and soon to be Lucha Underground probably, is probably going to be some of the last stuff he does in wrestling. I hope he doesn't get so bad to the point where he's crippled. I don't want to see him become like that. He's got kids to take care of. Although, gosh, when he was in that, his kids were little when he was in that feud with CM Punk, and that was gosh, what year was that? I'm trying to find it on there real quick. 2010, 2011 ish. So, his little kids aren't so little. That was almost, 5 years ago now? Wow. Yeah. I remember that. CM Punk coming out and singing happy birthday to Rey Mysterio's kids. And it's one of the creepiest things I ever saw CM Punk do. It was awesome. Great feud. Great feud. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. It was a lot of fun. Straight Edge Society. So, yeah. Rey Mysterio's with AAA now, soon to be Lucha Underground. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments below. Do you miss him? Do you hope he comes to Lucha Underground soon? I'm assuming whatever the next tapings are in March, March whenever, I'm guessing late March, maybe He'll show up like as early as late March, early April, maybe. That'd be cool. Oh, and this just popped in my head too. If Global Force Wrestling, they're um, going to be doing contracted work with AAA, meaning if Global Force Wrestling brings one of the AAA pay-per-views to America, will probably be one of the biggest events you'll see Rey Mysterio on TV in the last 5 years. Could be. Um, so yeah, have something to look forward to that too. If that happens later this year, we'll see. So yeah, tell me in the comments below what you think. You excited about this? Don't care? Not a fan of his? Whatever, you know. But I think this is certainly one of the bigger topics of the last week, um, along with Samoa Joe making a move out of TNA to wherever, Ring of Honor. He's going to be there for a while. It was just reported today that he's in talks with the WWE. So yeah, there's a lot of jumping around going on in the wrestling industry. It almost reminds me of when people were jumping ship from WCW and going to WWF and going from WWF to WCW. It's almost got that feel again. Kind of funny. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys.